Hello everyone, welcome back to yoga. My name is Zoe. Please enjoy this footage of me setting up again. Today I have for you a roughly 30-minute class. It has a good bit of hip openers, so for that reason I'm going to call it a hip opening flow. However, that's not the entirety of the class, so it's got a few elements of just about everything here, quite honestly. Otherwise, we're going to go ahead and get started on our mats today. We will start with an opening meditation, so feel free to be seated, lying on your back, anything that's comfortable for the next couple minutes here. If we are seated, stacking that head over heart over pelvis, neutral tall spine. And let's just begin to deepen our breath. Maybe as we sit here, we allow ourselves to take full belly breaths. So as we inhale, our belly rises, we fill up with air. And as we exhale, our belly sinks as we empty out all that old air. Inhaling, we fill all the way. Exhaling, we empty completely. Allowing ourselves to find stillness here, focusing our thoughts on the present. Working to bring our attention to the breath here. And while we're together, maybe we just set a quick intention before class starts, sealing that intention with an inhale and exhale. And then when we're ready for a little movement, just tucking that chin and finding some slow neck rotations to both directions here. Making sure to switch at some point so that we show the same attention to both sides of that neck. Keeping up with our breath, making sure we're keeping with those elongated inhales, elongated exhales. And from here, we're going to hold that left ear towards our left shoulder. Just hang out here for a breath or two. And then moving that chin to chest, holding here. Right ear to right shoulder and pause. And finally back of the head towards back of the neck, stretching through the chest, through the front of the neck. Let's work back the other way, right ear to right shoulder, chin to chest, left ear to left shoulder, and finish with that back of the neck. Moving right along here, we're going to just start rolling those shoulders out. We'll start with a forward direction, so pinching those shoulder blades together, rolling our shoulders forwards here. And then switching to the backwards direction. Taking a couple more rotations each way. And we're going to take that right hand to our left knee. Our left hand wraps around back here, making sure our spine is still tall, our chest is open as we take this spinal twist towards the right. Bring that gaze with us. Back through center. Then we'll take that right hand to left knee, left hand around back, Same thing, open to that left side, chest proud, back tall, all that good stuff. Alright, we'll take it back through center here, making sure we're seated nice and tall. Go ahead and bring ourselves to that tabletop pose, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, back is flat or neutral, top of the feet are on the mat with us. Bring it through our cat-cows. We inhale, drop that belly, arch our back. Exhale, tuck our chin, dome our back here. Taking a few of these at the pace of your own breath. Cat and cow, and maybe taking a second to really slow this movement down. If you haven't really played around with that, you can try moving vertebrae by vertebrae or introducing any organic movement that feels comfortable. Alright, from here we'll extend that right foot straight back behind us and then thread that foot through between our hands, taking this low lunge. Option to add in some blocks here for a little bit of a different angle. So from this low lunge here, we're going to move from low lunge to half split. So sitting those hips back on our exhale, straightening or semi-straightening that front knee. Inhaling back to that low lunge. So take a few at your own pace here. We'll go ahead and frame that foot with our hands once more, step it back to that tabletop, and do the same thing on our other side, extending that left leg long, threading it through in between our hands. Same thing here, that low lunge to half split. Let's inhale, sit those hips back, straighten or semi-straighten that knee. Exhale, take that low lunge. Alright, back in our tabletop here. From here we're going to bring those fingertips wide, lots of space between our fingertips here. Tucking those toes, we're going to press up into our downward dog. Those hips come to the sky, our ears come by our shoulders or biceps here. Driving those heels down towards the earth. Maybe take a moment to pedal it out here, wake those hamstrings up. Couple options for downward dog. We can always add those blocks under our hands, and we can also rotate those hands exteriorly towards the outside. Take a little bit of tension off those wrists. Looking in between our hands here, we'll step our feet in between our hands, taking forward fold. Let's go ahead and let opposite hand find opposite elbow here, taking that ragdoll forward fold, maybe finding some gentle movement. Alright, inhaling here, let those hands travel up our legs for half lift, back is flat. Exhale back to forward fold. Inhale, we'll go ahead and bring ourselves root to rise Arms overhead to the top of our mat. Exhale, hands come heart center. Let's do 2 more breaths just like this. We'll inhale, bring those arms overhead. Exhale, hands come heart center. 1 more here. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, heart center. From here, we'll go ahead and hinge at those hips, flat back, and then exhale to round the rest of the way. Planting those hands on the mat, so bending those knees if we need it, and then stepping back for plank. Option to drop onto those knees here, or at any point during class. Inhale once, and then exhale to lower. Inhale, we take cobra. We can pop up on the tops of those feet for up dog, or drop on those forearms for sphinx, and feel free to switch it up throughout class as well. From here, tucking our toes, driving our hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Settle in for just a moment here, and this time we're actually going to invite that right leg up off the mat for 3-legged dog, pointing that toe to the sky. Exhale, we're going to bend that knee, bringing this leg under our abdomen, shifting our weight forward. Exhale, 3-legged dog. Inhale, crunch. Exhale, extend. Inhale, taking that foot between our hands, checking that that front foot is pointed forwards. Looking back to our back foot, let's rotate on that foot, setting up for warrior 1. Inhale to rise here, settle into that front knee. Exhaling here, we'll go ahead and rotate that back foot and our arms so that they're parallel with the ground. Back foot's parallel with short end of the mat. Warrior 2 gazes past that front hand. Then we'll flip that front hand, taking humble warrior or reverse warrior. That front hand to the sky. Exhale, that front forearm to our front knee. Our back arm cartwheels to the sky. Here we take extended side angle. Then let's cartwheel our hands to frame our front foot, step it back for our plank here. Exhale, we lower. Inhale, cobra or cobra variation. Exhale, downward facing dog. And let's do it again on the other side. So this time, we'll bring that left foot to the sky, 3-legged dog. Inhale, we're going to go ahead and prepare to crunch that knee under our abdomen and hold. Exhale, extend. Inhale, hold. Exhale, extend. And let's thread it through here. Again, front foot's forward. Checking in with that back foot, rotate that heel to the ground. Inhale, we take warrior 1. Exhale, rotate those arms and back foot, warrior 2. Flip our palm, reverse warrior. Exhale, front forearm to front thigh. We take extended side angle. And finally, we cartwheel those hands, framing that foot. Take it to our plank. Exhale, we lower. Inhale, we lift. All right, tucking those toes once more, finding that downward dog, which is pretty familiar by now. We're going to go ahead and lift that right foot for 3-legged dog once again. Exhale, we're going to bring that right foot to the outside of our right hand. So both our hands are to the inside of that foot. Option to drop onto that back knee. Option to include blocks here. We take lizard pose. So this is a super deep hip opener. Take any modifications that are safe and comfortable for you. Option to stay in those hands, drop down to those forearms, whatever's comfortable. From here, we'll prop ourselves back up on our hands, heel toeing that right foot to the outside of our left hand, taking pigeon here, letting that knee find the ground, and that front shin comes semi-parallel to the front end of our mat, or whatever angle's comfortable. Again, we can stay up on those hands, down on those forearms, or include a block here. Alright, gently untucking that leg. Let's take tabletop for a moment here. Then just sit it back into wide child's pose. Take a couple breaths, reset. Taking a couple breaths to reset here. Go ahead and press up into that tabletop. And then we'll tuck those toes, take it back to our downward dog. This time it's that left foot that comes to our three-legged dog. And on that exhale, we bring it to the outside of our left hand, dropping onto that back knee, taking that lizard pose. Remember all the variations. From here, if we are down on those forearms, we'll press up onto our hands, heel toe that foot into pigeon, dropping that knee, and then hanging out here for a moment. Reminder that this might feel different on different sides of your body, and that is totally okay. Untucking that pigeon again, sending it back to tabletop. Again, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, just realigning here. And this time we'll go ahead and extend that right arm to the sky, gaze follows. Exhale, we thread the needle, either hover that arm or drop that shoulder all the way to the mat here. Option to find a half bind with that free hand as well, tucking it around our back. And if we chose that half bind, let's untuck, press up here, and let's bring that right arm to the sky once more. Exhale back to tabletop. Reset. Same thing on that left here. Extend that arm to the sky. Gaze follows. Exhale. We thread through that space between our right hand, right knee. And option to take that half bind. Untucking here, pressing through that right hand. Left arm to the sky, gaze follows. And back to our tabletop here. Go ahead and cross those feet. Bring it to Sukhasana or easy pose. Head is back over heart, back over pelvis. Nice, tall, neutral spine here. From here, we'll lace those fingers, palms facing us. Drive those shoulder blades apart and round that back here, stretching through. From here, we will do one of two things. We will either flip those wrists just so those palms are away from us, arching our back, or we can pretend there's a beach ball behind us that we're holding, bringing those shoulder blades together. Either one does the same stretch, so it's whatever's comfortable. Releasing here, nice neutral spine. Here we'll take some full body circles, bringing those hands to our knees, dropping that chest towards our lap here, taking it one direction and then the other. If it is not comfortable to go quite as deep on this circle, take a shallower circle. Go ahead and switch directions at some point. Finding a neutral spine here. Go ahead and kick those legs out long. Inhale, we lift those arms. Exhale, we take a seated forward fold, reaching towards those feet or wherever those hands naturally fall. Take a couple breaths. Beginning to slow it back down here. Bending those knees, planting those feet. We got a couple options of how we get down. Number one, lean back and extend those arms for boat pose. Two, we can pick those feet up and just hold for a breath. If neither of these work for us, go ahead and round down. Let's take 3, 2, 1. Take it to our mat here. Knees are still bent. Let's bring those heels a little closer to our glutes. Cross that right ankle to our left knee. Option 1, keep it here. Option 2, lift this up off the ground and find a bind between that back left thigh. Option also to roll that ankle out, but I know that's a lot of moving parts.
Hi everyone, this is Shada and I'll be your operations supervisor until 11 a.m. I'm going to start off with the radio check. Remember, sir?
From here, we'll go ahead and release that left foot and then uncross right ankle. Same thing other side, this time left ankle to right knee. Option 1, stay there. Option 2, pick this up. And again, another option to roll that ankle out.
This is Dallas William. We'll be here until 11, so let us know if you need anything. Can you hear me?
Dropping that right foot and uncrossing on the mat here. Go ahead and extend our left leg and hug our right knee in. Hold for a moment. Option to find some organic movement, maybe rocking side to side or drawing circles with our knee here, opening that right hip up. And then we'll go ahead and open that hip towards the right side, driving that right knee open. Straighten that knee, hug it back in, and extend that right leg long to meet our left. Same thing other side here. Let's hug that left knee in, take some organic movement. We'll hug that knee in and then open to the left with that left knee, going through the same hip opener here. Bringing that knee back through center, hugging that left knee in once again here, and extending it so both legs are long. Let those hands come to our sides. Inhale, lift them overhead like we're holding a beach ball. Exhale to lower. Inhale, lift that beach ball, stretching through our shoulders. Exhale, lower it. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Lift. And lower. We'll let those palms find a resting place at our side. Moving into Shavasana or final rest here. Working to slow down that breath as we did at the beginning of class. Moving back through those belly breaths. Breathing into our stomach, our diaphragm. Maybe reflecting on that intention we set and how we can continue to honor it. Maybe inviting one hand to our heart, one hand to our belly. Feeling that breath move through us. As we lie here, taking a moment to imagine that we are standing on a beach, and as we stand here, the waves come up to our feet, and then the tide pulls them back away. As the waves come up to our feet, we are able to place a worry, a fear, a guilt, something that's not serving us at our feet, and we watch the waves just take it away for us. And when those waves come back, they bring us positivity and light and love and patience and acceptance, anything we might need. Each wave that comes takes something. Each wave gives something back. Thinking what you might like those waves to carry for you today. Beginning to wiggle our fingers and toes, waking ourselves up here. Maybe we bring those arms overhead. If you are comfortable staying in this Shavasana, hang out for a little longer. Your time is your time. Otherwise, I thank you so much for joining today. Hope you stop by again soon.